Hello, welcome back. I'm Hivlik, and this is my 37th ELO series. It's been like a month, maybe two, since I've made one of these. But I was inspired. I had something to talk about. Maybe not so much about Minecraft, and there are people on to play, so I'm into it. In fact, I got a couple topics to talk about, which I think I want to spread out over a couple ELO series because content. So there's that. Today, I'm going to be talking about something that didn't even really come from Minecraft, you know, what I know about. Minecraft. I just kind of thought of. I'm applying for colleges, and it's just one of the topics that came up that I kind of talked about. The topic is about innovation, the concept of innovation, of creativity. And I talked about it because, well, colleges want you to do one of two things, or maybe both. They want you to, A, go become successful and, you know, return money to your alma mater. Go donate, give big grants or whatever when you're like 80. Or you can go win a Nobel Prize. I kind of convinced them that I was the Nobel Prize winning type of guy. And by doing, or to do that, I kind of talked about innovation. That's certainly an exaggeration, but I have a feeling everyone's going to take it seriously, so let me just clarify. But what I said was that innovation is, the way I've thought of it is it's always on like it's a new plane of thought. That's the best way I can describe it. There's no other way to think about it. The extra plane of thought, you know, you can't stay on like the same path, obviously, as everyone else, or I mean, if you're thinking the same way everyone else did, then to try to innovate, then somebody else would have already figured out what you're trying to figure out. I feel like you can't really sit down and say, I am going to create. I am going to, and when I say create, I mean like, think of something new, you know. Get a good, original, unique, creative idea. It's almost like a roll of the dice. Who creates these ideas? Who innovates the best? It's really random, you know. You can't predict who has the random line of thought that leads him to. That leads him into inventing something new or creating something in like the general area of thought. I mean, there are two ways to do it. You can either specialize so hard and so far into one topic that you become an expert. You push the frontier of that topic, whether it's Minecraft or mathematics or rocket science. You specialize for however long it takes to reach that frontier, and then you push it. But I think the kind of innovation I'm talking about is the one that is just under the nose of the common person, that is right in front of everyone, but no one's put it into words. No one's done it, you know. And this does kind of relate to some of the stuff I've talked about on here. You know, just new, like, any new tactics that you'll see in, like, games, Minecraft included. That's the kind of innovation I'm talking about. Not something that you spend, like, years figuring out, like, the nuances of sprint mechanics so that you can invent a new style of W-tabbing. No, I'm talking about, like, I'll use an OCN reference, but for a long time the watering tactics were pretty pretty standard. You made a flat platform of TNT above your objective, and if you don't know what any of this means, sorry, I can't think of really a better explanation to it. But then, fuck. Sorry. But then came along the idea that you should make these more extravagant, I'll use that word, water defenses, you know, with an upside down pyramid, with, there's this one with like a diagonal line across. If you're from OCN, you probably know it already, and if you're not, you don't even know what I'm talking about, so I'll just stop talking about it now, but just things like that, like, that really, you don't have to, like, you know, research or anything, conduct any experiments. You might have to a little bit learn the patterns of water mechanics, but I mean that takes 20 minutes tops. So I'm talking about things like calculus when it was first invented. I mean, it was no question on like at the time on the frontier of jeez. This is fun. It was on the frontier of, you know, the subject of mathematics, of course, but it was something that, let's say within the mathematics community, there's no reason that that any one of those notable mathematicians could not have done what Isaac Newton did and talked about, you know, the change and stuff. Or I actually don't really know the history of calculus all that well, but I do know that it's a pretty simple thing, truly. The basic concept is something that is easily understood. You know, not something, you're not finding a new element or anything. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, to leave this tangent, no pun intended, and get back to this topic of innovation, you can either specialize very far, you know, get a PhD in, I don't know, rocket fuel, and then design a new kind of rocket fuel after years and years of research. I am losing a whole lot of these fights. I'm gonna die again. Nope. I'm gonna chase him down. Nope. I am pretty fucked. Or you can become well-rounded, and they sound like opposites. Being specialized in a topic and being well-rounded. And in some senses they are, but I think the best innovators have this dense grasp on, this firm grasp on the fundamentals, the foundations of their subject, whether they're specializing or thinking of something more broad, more general. I guess my examples aren't all that good, but I can't give you another one right now. I don't know. But like I said, I mean, it's totally random who has this new train of thought. Like I said, it's an entire different plane of thought patterns. It's just you can't predict who's going to invent something like that. Oh my gosh, these foot and steels, I keep fucking walking into them. I should play more carefully, but I really am not feeling patient enough for it. And sorry. But these creators, they just have a firm grip on the fundamentals of whether it's the world, maybe, or their topic. You can't really push the frontier of anything if you don't understand the fundamentals better than everyone else. You make your dice weighted by fully understanding the foundations of your topic. That's how I see it. You know, there's something else that I wanted to say. Wait, I was right on it. Fuck. This crippling ADHD. I should really do these with a script, but then I get caught up talking about, like, it'd be less tangential. I don't have enough subject matter, you know, to talk about for actually 30 minutes. I get off on these tangents, or I talk about what I'm fighting, like right now, and that's why these things come out to be like 30 minutes long, which is okay. I mean, this is good. Although it's not maybe on topic, it's still, you know, good words, enjoyable stuff, I think. And I hope some of you do too. So what do you think? Should I make the excuses? Should I do the whole YouTuber spiel? Oh, I went back to school, blah blah blah. I'm not uploading because this and that. Because, I mean, there's part of that, but I think you can probably make enough videos to please a crowd. Almost no matter what. I mean, my worst excuses are, like, there's nothing to record because I'm laggy on Badlion, but there's always stuff to record, so I don't know. It's a work in progress, I guess. I'm going to PAX. PAX East this March. I'm bunking with the whole UHC crew. I don't know who all is gonna be there yet, but I'm looking forward to it. The reason I'm off on these entirely unrelated topics is because there's something else I wanted to say. Let's see. I said that. I mean, I don't think this is the reason that creative jobs, artists, musicians, video creators, you can't wage something like that by the hour. You know, even things like speechwriters, right? To the best of my knowledge, I mean, as far as I can see, like, there's no way you can wage someone who writes speeches for, like, a politician, you know, on like an hourly or daily basis. It can only be, like, on the amount of subject they make, because why? Because, like I said, it's random. You know, who has these good ideas. I don't know. There was something else I wanted to say. This is why I should write a script, huh? Let's see. Applying for college is fun. This is an update session on my life. How's your guys' life? Leave a comment below. Oh, but on that note, like, I've been complimented recently on, like, the comments in my comment section. Excuse me. 1 second. The comments in my comment section are really good. I read them all the time, partially because they're not cancer. I can't really blame a big YouTuber for not reading his comments if they're like KYS spam, but my comments are actually like real good. Like I've made some really good friends just off of people that comment on my videos, comment like intellectual stuff on my videos. Who is this? Who's this guys? Fuck, that's not what I meant. This is Apexy. I hope I don't lose, that'd be embarrassing. Plots come out slow. I heard Badlands switching hosts. Good stuff. Good stuff all around. Oh, he's gonna be mad. That's fine. I don't think I'll actually be mad. That'd be silly. Rip. Innovation. Invention. It's random. I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of what I was supposed to say. This is great content, huh? I haven't done this in a while, right? So that's gonna be my excuse. I can't really remember what I was trying to say. Maybe it'll come to me. But this is the meat of the subject, you know. What I'm trying to say here is that to be a creative person, part of it just comes maybe naturally. Maybe you have crippling ADHD. You are constantly thinking off on tangents. You can't restrain a pattern of thought if you wanted to. So no matter what you do, all you're thinking of is good ideas. But I do believe that the biggest reason behind any creation, any invention, or at least most, is that the thinker had a strong foundation, had strong fundamentals, and this is how to increase your chances of inventing, creating. I don't mean inventing like inventing the telephone. I mean inventing like having a good idea, you know, making a good argument, you know, something simple. Thinking up reasons why. Just having good debate concepts, debate habits. Got 6 points for that match? That is stingy. It's right. This is what I wanted to say. Specialization and well-roundedness sound like opposites, sound like separate concepts. But in fact, rather than being opposites of each other, I think they're essential to one another. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Oh, I can't even ban him. First person evidence. I'll go record him. Oh, alright. He got banned for G-Cheat. This is fortunate. Good fight, I guess. I'm talking about well-roundedness and specialization. Well, specialization, like I said, is, you know, important to trying to push the frontier of whatever thought you're pushing, whatever subject, whatever topic that you are thinking about. But I can only imagine how hard it is to spend years of your life specializing, pushing some frontier of science, of research science. Oh god. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I am dead. That was unbelievably lucky. I can't imagine how difficult, how frustrating, how terrible it is to spend years of your life, get a PhD in some research science, some whatever, become the best at it, and find that it yields no result. Oh, this is number 2 Archer. Unfortunate. I mean, if you're saying like if you're saying oh gosh, he's gonna bow boost. He's at 6. Okay, I'm gonna focus because he's playing like a squawk. Yeah, I said it. Bow boost. Oh, thought I had him there. Bow boost, okay. He hit me too, though. Wait, where's the bow boost? It's coming. Oh, I missed it. Fuck! Oh, shoot. Yikes! Oh, no! I was so close. Fuck. I would have drained him so far. That's unfortunate. But yeah, so... to specialize, what I mean by that is, like... it must, like... It's risky, specializing. You know, it's to specialize, and then... Let's say, hypothetically, you spend 4 years of your life training in Minecraft to become the best Minecraft player, the most well-rounded Minecraft player, hoping that one day it becomes a competitive... Oh, fuck. Hoping that one day it becomes a competitive... esport, a competitive game, and then all of a sudden you find that it yields no results, that it is inherently broken, hypothetically. No, but I mean, that's a good example, you know. It's dangerous to specialize, because then all of a sudden maybe whatever you're specializing in disappears. There's no use for it. There's no need for it. Or it just yields no results. Oh my goodness. Please. Billy used to be so bad now. I'm gonna lose. If I actually lose this, what on earth? Alright. It's not so bad. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you for not dying quite yet. I don't have any blocks. Oh. Jeez, man. Water. Alright. He still has healing. Okay. Oh my goodness. Stop. Here we go. Finally. What I'm saying here, the moral of the story, is that if you specialize in whatever you're trying to innovate on, it is possible that it disappears out from underneath you, that it is useless. But if you become well-rounded in whatever you do, you can innovate on more than one thing. And I'm not saying don't pour your heart and soul into something, because that is how you are increasing your chances to roll good dice. to think good thoughts about that topic. But the moral of the story, the age-old moral of the story, is that you cannot put all of your eggs into one basket because maybe it's nothing. You have to become well-rounded so that whatever you poured your time into can be applied elsewhere. If you're trying to become the best Minecraft player in the world, you have to understand that while you're trying to learn Sword, you have to learn how to learn. Because that can be applied elsewhere. You know? By being well-rounded, you can innovate on things that in ways that people who specialize cannot. Because you can bring a different perspective entirely into the game. And I mean, this is like a very deep like life lesson. And that's not really ever what I wanted, but it came up, you know, this concept of innovation. You have to I think being well-rounded is just a fail-safe method to success in whatever you do. I guess that's the moral of the story. I think well-roundedness is a nobler and more effective goal than specialization is the idea, and not mutually exclusive at that. So that's my 10 cents. I do hope you all enjoyed. I'm starting the intro now. I could be in danger. This match could take 20 minutes. But, or not the intro, but the outro, rather. Come here. Come on. The extra. Thank you all for watching. Very sorry for not uploading for a long time, but, I have no excuses. I hope to upload more in the future. I've probably said that 6 or 7 times now. I'm going to close this one off with a accusation. And I'll see you guys later. Thank you. Appreciate ya. Bye.